Gaza is a city with thousands of years of history, but if there's one building in the city that describes the history of it, it's the Great Mosque of Gaza. And it's had a really vast history before becoming a mosque. It was originally believed to be a pagan temple during the days of the Philistines in the 12th century BC, honoring the pagan god Dagon, who is believed to be the god of fertility and water. During the Greek and Roman periods in the Levant, the attributes of local gods would be merged with Greek ones. And so the Philistine temple of Dagon would become the temple of Marnas in this period. Gaza was actually one of the very last cities in the Levant to practice paganism. In the early days of Christianity during the 5th century under the Byzantine rule, you would see many different pagan temples and artifacts either be changed or destroyed and converted to churches. And so a Byzantine-era church would be built over the temple's ruins. And after the Islamic conquest in the 7th and 8th centuries, the church would be converted into a mosque. Fast forward a few centuries later to 1033, and an earthquake would destroy the pinnacle of the mosque and the minaret would collapse. In the 11th and 12th centuries, with the rise of the Crusades and the Crusaders, a cathedral would be built in its place dedicated to John the Baptist. After the defeat of the Crusades, you saw the rise of the Mamluk dynasty, who would later rebuild the mosque. And it was still subject to earthquakes like one in 1294. By the 16th century, you saw the rise of the Ottoman Empire, and thus the mosque would be rebuilt and expanded. Fast forward to World War I, and the mosque would be damaged during the fighting after being bombed by British gunboats. And as of December 2023, the mosque was destroyed by Israeli airstrikes on the Gaza Strip, leaving only the minaret standing. This building alone tells you the story of Gaza City and all that it's been through. And for how many times it's been damaged or destroyed, it's always been rebuilt, and so will Gaza.